All right, my people. So today I'm gonna hit you guys with a story time. I already did a story about the normal Haitian Dominican or Haitian girl that I met in the DR. Today's story is gonna be about the Sosua Haitian girl and the one that I messed with very briefly and why. Stay tuned. Make sure you watch it to the end. What's up, folks? RichesMethod, back at it again. All right, so before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like early, share. Go ahead and share this on Facebook or any other social medias. And also, guys, don't forget to go check out my ebooks and over it. All right, let's go. All right, people. So this girl, I actually met her at Playa Sosua Beach. That when I first got here, illness that went around the world. So, you know, these were times of curfews in the Dominican Republic where places were open, but you had to be in by a certain time. You had to only move around in taxis, couldn't be caught on the streets. And the police would actually patrol, right? So everything was a little bit more limited. Now, there were a few places that were open that had inside entertainment in Sosua, which is El Bate in the northern coast of Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. Let me explain the breakdown of how this went around and what ended up happening. I ended up booking, reserving some stay time at a hotel. Now, at that time, a buddy of mine, he was having a little hangout, big up Rico Tour. And I was like, all right, I'm going to come through. Now, of course, Sosua wasn't really my hangout spot, and I didn't live there. Still don't. However, I figured I'd go through, have a good time, spend a night over there, going early in the day and enjoy the beach. And that's exactly what I did. Got to the beach early in the morning. It's very tranquil, not a lot going on. By a certain time of the morning, closer to midday, the restaurants started to open up. So, you know, I'm walking about, checking out the different restaurants. Figure, you know what? I was born in the Caribbean. I'm going to go ahead and check out a Caribbean restaurant. I already knew there got to be some Haitian spots. So there's a few. I'm walking by, and this girl looked kind of cute. She kind of says, hey, eat at my restaurant, and gives me the menu. Realized that she knows just a bit of English, not too much. So I'm like, cool. This place look all right. I asked her if they got fish and what they have there, and decided I'm going to stop to have a drink and some food. Now, this girl, of course, is wearing the restaurant's uniform, right? She definitely works there. So I asked her if she worked there. She said yes. I sit down, I order. She comes over, she sits down. Now, for you guys who are, let's say, veterans of Playa Sosua, you're going to kind of know how most of this story goes. But for the people who are newbies, like I was at that time, who really and truly didn't watch any videos on YouTube, didn't care about Sosua, didn't come to the Dominican Republic to have fun, and it was not a vacation why I came. She's sitting there with me. We're just chopping it up regular. So, yeah, good rapport. Everything went fine. Part of that, of course, is their job, right? However, by the end of that conversation, I pretty much took her information. Got a WhatsApp, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to holler at you later. Went to another restaurant. Probably about 3-4 hours later, she came by that restaurant to link up with one of her friends. Now, I didn't expect her to come by there, and I didn't know the girl at the other restaurant was her friend, because the other girl was clearly, you know, just somebody who, let's put it this way, family friendly, just hangs out at the beach, right? So the other girls at this kind of restaurant area, sitting down, chilling, and she comes up. I'm like, hey, I know you. She's like, yeah, this is some of my friends here. I know the guy who runs the restaurant, and I know a lot of people here on the beach, blah, blah, blah. So I bought them all drinks. We all kicking it there. Nothing happened. Left for the rest of the day. Now, afternoon comes, evening comes. I show up at the spot that I reserved, which was also where my friends were hanging out. I'm just having a good time there. Now, the curfew at that time, I think, was about 7:30 or 7 o'clock, something like that in the Dominican Republic, where everybody had to be indoors. And unless it was an establishment that had, you know, bars and liquor and all these different things, no business could serve alcohol. And this particular place had an indoor bar and a pool. And it just happened to also be a hotel. Had a restaurant too. So I'm like, cool. This works out. So me and my friends, we're kicking it. Drinks are flowing. Good times are happening. There's some ladies in there. I decided, okay, you know what? Because this place is saying, listen, we're going to close at midnight, so we don't have no problems with the authorities. I'm like, all right, well, it's probably around 10. Let me go ahead and see if I can invite Shorty over, see what she's up to, and if she want to come have some drinks with us. Now, fellas, believe it or not, I had no larger intentions. My intention was however it goes, it goes. So she comes through. We got good chemistry again. To make long story short, by the end of the night, things are getting closer. Out of nowhere, I'm talking to one of my boys. She gonna like plant a kiss on me. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. And now that I'm a veteran, anytime I see anything like that, I'm like, oh, hell no. However, that's what she did. So she was trying to move it to the next stage. All right. So what did I do? I moved it to the next stage. Now, of course, I'm seeing this girl as a normal girl who works at a normal restaurant, who just happened to, of course, like me. Ha! Figure that out, right? So, anyhow, by the next day now, she tells me, listen, you know, XYZ ABC, and you know what her life was like, let's put it that way, some portions of it. So I said, listen, I ain't really planning nothing, but I'll tell you what, let me start my morning. I'm gonna come through to your restaurant, have breakfast there, and you know, we could sit, we could talk, and you know, I'll give you a nice tip to help you out because you're telling me what's going on with your life. All right, next morning I show up. She's surprised. She's like, wow, I really didn't expect you to come through. I'm like, yeah, no problem, of course. Plus, I got to have breakfast. Now, yes, there's several different establishments I could have breakfast. But I decided, all right, I'm going to kick it there with her. So I buy her breakfast, buy myself breakfast. She sits down. We pour drinks. We eating. I ask her a few more questions about herself. She gives me the breakdown. Now, this is the important part for you guys who just don't get it. One thing you should understand, and that I didn't know at the time. Now, being new at the time, what I didn't know is where this girl is, what we would now call a part-timer, right? That's what I would call them. So here's the storyline that was run to me and is run every day in that location. She's, of course, a mother, single, has a little side business of selling items online, on WhatsApp, etc. Supposedly was talking to somebody in a foreign country who, of course, sometimes would help her out, sometimes would not. Said that dude gave her some money at the past to kind of buy the items that she sells, but he doesn't really do it anymore, and she doesn't know where they stand because when he comes in, he spends all his money somewhere else and doing his own stuff and don't hang out with her, and he's going off. I had to tell her, of course, that's the man money. He could do whatever he want. Make a long story short, I also had to tell her that ain't nobody gonna be there to save her. It's up to her. After talking a little bit of finances, realized that most of it is just going over her head, but I gave her some tips. Basically told her, listen, anything that you receive in, you should probably just try to put aside. I don't care if you get 100 pesos. Try to put aside at least 10 pesos, 10% of that or less. No matter what, don't touch it. It's how you get a little bit of financial independence, etc., etc. Obviously, I would never have this conversation again now, but at that time, me being new, oh well. So you heard the typical stories, right? The same single mother, the same single mom, sob story, which most of the time now, to be real with you, whether it's Dominicans or Haitians, many times the story that these girls will tell you, you realize that they gave up their relationships or they messed up for next to nothing. But then they're sitting there acting like they're victims of their singleness and telling you how much help they need and feel like they're entitled to your hard-earned money as well as theirs. So, hey, that's just the mentality. You guys are being warned who are new. Anyhow, by the end of the conversation, told the girl nobody's there to save you. It's going to be up to yourself. Told her, listen, why don't you found out that the job that she does there, it's commission only. You guys, it's important that you guys should know that. Now, a lot of those positions on the beach, sometimes they might get a low minimum wage pay. Other times, a lot of Haitians, they are illegal. I don't think she was one of those. As a matter of fact, I know she was not one of those, but she was just working on commission only. This will explain why the girls will sit there with you, drink with you, talk with you. They'll help run up the bill. Plus, it benefits them. They get some food, they get some drinks, they have a good time because they get a percentage of your tab. There's nothing wrong with that. I've worked on commission before in my life. She could use these little financial tips I gave her and hopefully try to move her life ahead. I'll just say, years later, to conclude, when I see this girl now, she is just one of the girls who hang out at all the different restaurants, you know, on the main areas, as well as the beach. You guys can read what that means. And a lot of little weight gain, of course, because she's got to protect herself out there. And this is how it is. Still great attitude, right? One of the things that I liked about her, she was cool, chill. The one thing that does come with the Haitian girls is that kind of more friendly, nicer, calmer demeanor on the surface. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Go ahead and hit that comment section now, and be careful what you put in there. All right. All right, folks. And with that said, Rich's Method signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, drop that like, share this please on Facebook and the other social media platforms for anyone you think it'll be important to and will help them. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.